Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review of another 80s horror film, and this time it is a piece of Wolf's Nards called Wolfen. Cool, simple poster, piece of craft film. Now, technically this is not a werewolf film, it's a wolf spirit film, but it's usually labeled as a werewolf film. And this is the same year you had The Howling and American Werewolf in London. Both, I would say, are even better than this. I'm not a big fan of The Howling, other than the effects, but that's still better than this. American Werewolf in London I enjoy. My favorite werewolf films would be Dog Soldiers, Stephen King's Silver Bullet, Bad Moon, even a film like Late Phases, among others. But Wolfen, directed by some guy, Michael Wadleigh. Now, I never read the source material this was based on, by Whitley Strieber, who I believe wrote the novel that would become that Christopher Walken film Communion. Could be wrong on that. And it stars Albert Finney, Gregory, Hines, Tom Noonan, and Dustin Hoffman wanted to play the lead role in this, but the director, in his infinite wisdom, said, no, I've always wanted to work with Albert Finney, so let's cast Albert Finney. Yeah, let's not cast a guy who will become an Academy Award winning actor, considered one of the best actors out there, Dustin Hoffman. Let's cast Albert fucking Finney. And no disrespect to the man personally, but Albert Finney I thought was a crappy actor. He was kind of passable, but kind of not, in a film called Looker, although I would have preferred a lot of other actors in the lead role. I like Looker, but he's one of the drawbacks for me. Albert Finney is completely without personality, charisma, and looks absolutely bored throughout this entire film. He's just bored to watch, bored to look at, and no amount of, again, charisma or personality or it factor. Albert Finney never did it for me, and he's one of my biggest gripes with this film. The other biggest gripe, this film is insanely boring. I don't care for the story, and the ending is so lackluster, and like, really? That's what makes you go, really? James Horner does the score, and when you listen to the score, you kind of realize what he used for scores like Star Trek II and Aliens, which came out after this. Because there's literally a piece of the score that's like, da 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 da. And I'm like, did he fucking steal his score for Wolfen? Change it just a little bit for Aliens? And James Horner, may rest in peace. I do enjoy him as a composer. I love his score to Aliens. It's one of my favorite scores of all time. But he did have the tendency to steal his past works and reuse them. I know there's a lot of composers that do that, but James Horner sadly was one of the worst offenders of that. Hell, I remember hearing a piece of score from Aliens and this Matthew Broderick film called Project X, which I really enjoy. I'm like, this music sounds exactly like from Aliens. What the hell? Oh, James Horner did the score. That's why. I mean, you just kind of say like Alvin Silvestri. There are scores of his that kind of sound like Predator, among others. But I don't know. James Horner seemed like he did it the most. I mean, the story. This construction company is tearing down buildings in this area. And you come to find out that this area is a hunting ground for Wolfen, which is wolf spirits. Spirits in the fucking sky, I don't know. Which could be maybe an interesting idea, a different take on a werewolf film, but it's done in such a low energy way. I know you have the POV of the Wolfen and almost a predecessor to the Heat Vision and Predator, but the heat vision Predator to me still holds up. This POV of the Wolfen does not hold up. It looks like something you did on Windows Movie Maker. You click a button, and granted it was 1981, so the technology they had at the time, they were limited. But I'm just saying, for a film I don't like, I can't even say the POV of the Wolfen is really that awestruck when you watch it today. I really can't. And it sets up where this rich guy, his girl, and his big bodyguard get killed. You do get a little bit of gore. Like you see an arm flies off after it's been munched. Later on, a head gets munched off and falls to the ground. But I mean, if you've seen a number of slasher films, it's nothing you haven't seen before. Hell, Waxwork. I mean, the gore in that when the werewolf tears the one guy in half. And the segment Waxwork, it's more crazy than anything in this. So the cops are looking into this because the rich guy was an important guy, and Albert Finney, they bring him back as a cop. Gregory Hines is in the film as a coroner, and you know what? Gregory Hines was the better actor in this. He was more spitfire, energy, he had more personality. In a world, if I could control the production and go back in time, I would switch the roles and I'd be like, let Gregory Hines be the lead guy. I mean, they missed an opportunity if you think about it. I mean, this is well before like Eddie Murphy and Beverly Hills Cop. I'm not saying you make it a comedy, but you have that sense of humor where Gregory Hines, he's a cop, he's acting like anybody would. Like, what the hell is this? It's rated R, so you don't have to hold back on language or anything, and just have him be a regular guy, kind of what he would do in Eve of Destruction, which Eve of Destruction I'm not a big fan of, although I like it much more than this. But one aspect I do like about that film is Gregory Hines as the lead. And that kind of performance, or even you could be a little bit looser, a little bit more humor. And Gregory Hines as the lead, I think it would be a much better film, in my opinion. I really do, because I think Gregory Hines was a good actor, may he rest in peace, and as well as being funny. I think he proved that Running Scared with him and Billy Crystal, among many other films. And a lot of it's just an investigation angle. That's really what it is. It's an investigation angle where once in a while a homeless guy gets killed or something, but it's more investigative of, is this a terrorist group, interviewing people, finding hairs that may be a wolf, talking to animal expert Tom Noonan. This is the guy who played the Frankenstein monster in the Monster Squad, the villain in Manhunter. You bring in this female criminal psychiatrist played by I'll be honest, I don't remember who played her. And Edward James Olmos is in the film as a Native American who Albert Finney talks to. And he has terrible lines like, I could swim like a fish and fuck like a bunny. Yeah, why don't you fly like an eagle and fly into a fucking volcano with this fucking shit? This movie sucks dick. It sucks fucking dick. It sucks wolf dick. Wolf nards. Edward James almost fucks with him saying, yeah, we shape shift for ticks. And you get this ridiculous, laughable fucking scene where Albert Finney watches Edward James almost stripped naked along like a beach or no, it wasn't a beach. It was like he was stripping naked and he was just running around naked, howling like a wolf, and like growling at it. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ! Like, Edward, really? You got Edward James Olmos, a good actor, doing this stupid, dumb, laughable tripe, being naked and running around, growling like a fucking wolf. I mean, the rest of them, Tom Noonan, He tracks the animal. He gets attacked while riding his motorcycle. Gregory, Hines, and Albert Finney set up equipment to listen, watch over this church in the area where the killings have been. Gregory Hines, this is how his character ends. He burps. He moons the city. Then he tells Albert Finney, "Oh, you getting your pants wet?" And then the wolf attacks him and dies and drives him away. I mean, add an insult to fucking injury on every level. Like, burping, mooning the city with his ass out, and then, "Is your pants wet?" I don't know, movie. Once I piss in your face, you're gonna be wet, because you're pissing me off. And then the ending is such a lame, cheap jack horse shit, trying to have a message and fucking up type of ending. Where it's Albert Finney, the female criminal psychiatrist, and the captain of the police. Captain gets killed. He's the one that gets chomped in the head, falls to the ground. Albert Finney and the girl go to the penthouse. Wolves are there. Then Albert Finney looks up and there's the model of the building that's going to be around this part. Which I guess is why the Wolfen are especially pissed off. Because these people are building shit on their hunting ground. Albert Finney destroys the model. The wolves howl and leave. And that's the end of the movie. So pretty much Albert Finney going, "Leave me and her alone and we'll get the fuck out of your way." So the main character pretty much gives the fuck up like a pussy instead of being a damn cop. Well, there's no way to stop him. Yeah, that's called script problems. Because he's trying to have this fucking... I don't know what he's trying to have. A message? Is he trying to just do something different where the hero doesn't stop the creatures or doesn't kill them or you don't really fight them? For fucking exorcism for all I care. I mean, this is just... Albert Finney doesn't even really... So it's like pointless. Because the Wolfen is still out there. They still don't do their duty. Or they're hungry. Hunted people on their hunting ground. So what the fuck was all this for? Like, what was the point of all this? Just because the fucking model is destroyed doesn't mean the company is going to stop from building the fucking place there. And even if not, people, I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, sooner or later someone's going to build some shit there and it's going to start over again. Or the wolf is still going to kill homeless people and all this shit. So nothing has changed. It makes the entire movie pointless. It makes your hero not much of a fucking hero because he didn't do anything. Because the script wouldn't let him do anything. Because they wrote it to the way of, well, it's a wolf spirit, so how can you shoot that? You can't destroy it. So pretty much by destroying the model, he's like, "Leave me and her alone or get the fuck out of your way." I'm like, you're a cop. Your job is to protect people, including, I don't know, homeless people, whatever. Nope. Can't do that. Just the script wrote it that way. So it makes the entire film fucking pointless. And just makes a lackluster ending like this build up for almost 2 fucking hours to what? To what? To nothing. So again, you got a boring lead who has no personality or charisma. You got a story that, because of the structures of the villain they made it, can't be destroyed, can't be stopped. So the ending is just your hero pretty much giving up so that him and the girl can get the fuck out of there. And again, sooner or later, people don't fucking go to that place anyway. Edward James Olmos, I don't even know why those characters were even there. Well, just to give exposition, what the Wolfen is. the wolf spirit. That's really what they're there for. Silly, stupid shit like Iwo being naked, growling like a wolf. The best actor in the movie, in my opinion, Gregory Hines, wasted and killed in such an insulting way of burping, mooning his ass out, and then dying when he could have been the lead and would not have maybe saved the film, but it would have been better. What would I would have liked? I would have liked Gregory Hines to be the lead and right away where they can actually defeat the Wolfen. And maybe cut like 15 minutes of it out. This is almost 2 hours long and it feels that way. So yeah, this movie, I know it has its fan base. I don't get it, but teach their own. I didn't think it was suspenseful. I did not think it was scary. I did not think it was... if it tried any humor... Gregory Hines tries, but... yeah, this movie just wasn't for me. It's never been for me. And the only reason I had that DVD, I probably would get rid of it wherever the hell it went. Because that was a 4-pack where Coma, I barely remember, Bad Moon and Body Snatchers from the 90s, I really enjoy. But those two I have on Blu-ray, so I really don't need that DVD anymore. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll toss it or something. Just like the movie to toss my salad. See you guys later. Bye-bye.